In the first part, we analyzed how the change in unit cost, price, and fixed cost will affect the break-even point. In this part, we will check how these three factors will affect the target income.
Let's look at an example now. Suppose we sell key rings. We buy one key ring for 50 cents and sell it for $1. Our fixed cost is $200 and the target income is $400. Using the target income formula, we can calculate that we need to sell 1,200 key rings to have an operating income of $400. The target income in sales will be $1,200. Now, suppose we can negotiate a lower price for the key rings and buy them for 40 cents. We will be able to achieve our target income faster than before by selling 1,000 units instead of 1,200. Our target income in sales will be $1,000. Let's check what happens when we only reduce the fixed cost. Suppose we are able to reduce it by half. Our fixed cost will be $100 now. This time, we also achieved a lower target income in units. Now, let's check what happens when we only increase the price. Suppose we sell key rings for $1.10. Look, we achieved a lower target unit income again. This time, the target income in sales is greater than in the previous two examples, but less than our initial example. Therefore, changing the values of target income in units and target income in sales should always be considered separately. As you can see, you can achieve the target income earlier in three ways: by reducing the unit cost, by reducing the fixed cost, or by increasing the unit price. So far, we have checked three changes separately. Let's see what happens when they all occur at the same time. As you can see, the use of lower cost and a higher price will result in reaching the target income even faster.
In this case, the calculated target income is 714.29 units. But it is impossible to sell a piece of one key ring. You would have to chop it into pieces, but then nobody will buy it.
For this reason, we need to round up the result to the nearest whole number. Now, let's see how the unit cost, price, and fixed cost will affect the target income. As in the previous example, we will check each change separately. Let's start again with the unit cost. A lower unit cost will move the target income to the left. It means that we will achieve the target income faster, or to be more precise, by selling fewer units. The target income in sales will also be lower. However, when the unit cost rises,
the target income will be reached later, which means that we will have to sell more units.
Now, let's see how the lower price of the product will affect the target income. This time, the target income has moved to the right. We will achieve it later because its value in units and in sales is greater than the value before the change. An increase in the unit price will make target income easier to achieve, which means that fewer units must be sold. Let's check how the change in fixed cost will affect target income.
First, the fixed cost will be reduced.
Both target income in units and in sales will be achieved faster than before the change. However, if the fixed cost increases, the target income will be achieved later, as more units have to be sold. Let's summarize our observations. When we reduce the unit variable cost and fixed cost, it will make target income easier to achieve. However, if we lower the price of the product, we will reach target income later than before the change, and vice versa. It's time to summarize both phenomena, the break-even point and the target income, and draw some conclusions. If we reduce the cost, regardless of its type, it will reduce the break-even point and the target income level, both in units and in sales. The opposite change, an increase in cost, will also increase the break-even point and the target income level. The impact of the price change will be different. With the decrease in the unit price, the break-even point and the target income will be achieved by selling more units. As the unit price increases, the break-even point and the target income will be achieved by selling fewer units. The break-even point in sales and target income in sales levels depend on how much the price changes. Therefore, the expression of the break-even point and target income in units is more universal. As you can see, some of the changes result in the ability to achieve the break-even point and the target income earlier, others later.